Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Europa Universalis IV, the Horse Lord Mega Campaign. In the last episode, we went ahead and got started, kind of got set up a little bit, established our initial, all the various things you do at the beginning of an EU4 game, set up rivalries, kind of established some alliances, and are working towards our first conquests that we're going to be trying in this game. Primarily, our first goal is going to be to absorb Scandinavia. Kind of a secondary goal is going to be to push across Northern Europe and absorb, the Danish peninsula. Get all kind of this region here under our control. So we have the entire Baltic Sea, Gulf of Finland, all that stuff. Under our control. This basically becomes a giant bay for us. And the third kind of goal is going to be to humiliate the Byzantines by ripping away large chunks of their territory. I don't know if we're actually going to keep it ourselves or if we're going to go for, some puppet states or something like that. Well, we'll have to see. Now, someone did tell me that I could probably go a little bit more efficient with the layout of forts, because the forts kind of have like a one province radius around them, so you really only need them like once every 3. So these are actually in a good spot. So like this one controls this area, this one kind of controls this area. We kind of have a bit of a gap here. Or no, we don't. Yeah, we kind of do. Small gap right there, but actually I think these two forts are probably in an okay spot. Again, it's another system that I'm not 100% familiar with, and just kind of something that I need to learn about the game. So, but they're all mothballed now anyway, just so that we can build up some cash. And we'll see how things go. Alright. Yeah, we are building a spy network over here. We can actually fabricate a claim. Let's go ahead and do it. Fabricate a claim on Trondelag. Do it. Alright, that claim will expire. I am moving an army into position. Right here. The issue is that we can't really support an army of this size up here. Supply limit is only 13. But I do have 12 transports. So I may try and do this as a naval invasion. Though this is open sea and they do have a fleet. That may not be that great of an idea. Because we don't really have much of a fleet at the moment. In fact, I think we're at our fleet limit. Yeah, we're at a naval force limit. We got 10 land units short of our land force limit. Now, I did want to put 1 cavalry in there, and I kind of screwed it up because I was trying to build as I was moving, which doesn't really work, but it's okay. Alright, we have 11 galleys. That's probably sufficient. We are going to want some more light ships. We only have 3, and right now they're just protecting trade at the moment. We are going to want, like, a good high seas fleet. Like, we can actually fight, so we're going to want some large ships eventually. But I think we just need better tech, is kind of before we're going to be able to build a better navy at this point. Because the galleys have better performance in inland seas. right? Alright, 20k. Merge in. See, now attrition. See, now I can support the entire army if I split it in half. And split it between these two. No, I just gotta remember where the split in half button is. There it is. Okay. Now, attrition in this game is not great, but it's nowhere near as just bad as it is in CK2. You can have an army sit in a region where it is taking attrition for a little bit. Without too much trouble. It is going to put a drain on your manpower, though. Alright, conversion is complete. Quest to share maps. Yeah, we'll share maps. 333 months. Okay, well, let's start it. We're going to need some better missionary strength. Oh, one other thing I was looking at is in diplomacy. For us, is that we do have one more diplomatic relation, which means we can bring in another ally if we wanted. Offer alliance. Someone's suggesting I should bring in Saxony. It is an area that we are going to want to eventually conquer. I mean, we're probably going to be going after Mecklenburg. That sort of stuff. We can always dissolve the alliance at some point. But for now, we can go ahead. Oh yeah, we have no diplomats to send. Right. You're improving relations. You're building a spy network. I don't think we really need the spy network. Stop building a spy network for now. They'll be back in 20 days. We'll get our army in position, and then we're going to declare a war on this Norway. Because they're currently at war with this Norway. And then see what we can take from them. I'd like a full annexation if possible, but they have 9 heavy ships. And 3 transports. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. They may send that fleet down here to try to blockade me. I can tell you guys, I guess, to stop protecting trade for now. Byzantium has declared war on Arabia. Bourgeoisie request privileges. The bourgeoisie class has grown increasingly resentful of the power of the noble families, and particularly their lack of opportunities in the higher ranks of government. Their only route into power is to marry into poor but well-tied noble families, or pry open positions in government circles. We lose 50 admin power. Merchant Guild's estate gains 10 loyalty, currently 50. Nobility estate loses 10 loyalty. Currently 50. Or we lose 50 Diplo power, and it's flipped around. We'll grant them privileges. Sure. Alright, so... still something going on with the Aztecs. I don't know what... oh, hold on. It's gonna be... these two merge, because we may need to have them do some battle. It's winter again. Alright. Our armies are in position. Let's check the ledger one more time. Armies of Norway. You have 6,000 troops, 7,000 manpower. No, 7,000 total troops. They haven't lost any troops in this war? Well, we're going to give them a bit of a headache. There will be blood. My Emperor, the rumor is spreading that Talakad Gagnus is preparing to attack Kote in War of Aggression. There is not much time if we are to interfere. The babbling buffoon personality of unpronounceable 3 is likely why this is common knowledge. Okay. Ooh, one other thing. Someone's recommending that we strengthen government, spend some military power to increase legitimacy. That actually does seem like a good idea, though it's going to burn a lot of our military power. Let's just run it a few times until we can get our legitimacy up. 54. There we go. That should help. I'm gonna keep things at speed 3. I don't want to run this too fast right now. Though I do want some better military tech. Alright, there's their 7,000 troops. Alright, Saxony. Diplomacy. Offer alliance. Yes. Okay. So these guys are now plus 9195. Gotta wait till our diplomat is back. Then we're gonna offer them vassalization. Yes. Great. Two of a kind, our Empress Consort Unzunbike has impressed many men and women at court with her sharp wit and extensive knowledge of the natural world. She has long been a collector of tomes on botany and chemistry, and she corresponds with several of our generation's brightest minds. Currently, one of these scientists are visiting our court as per our Empress Consort's invitation. And we found discussing all sorts of new theories far into the wee hours of the night. The Empress Consort has asked to make the scientists an offer, claiming that she would make a much better advisor than the theologian Eve Beatons we currently employ. Grant skill 3, production efficiency plus 10%, natural scientist, 50% cheaper for a country to employ. Who's in there now? National unrest -2. You know what? We'll take the production efficiency plus 10%, sure. Though it doesn't look like anything's happened. Alright. We have a free diplomat, so we can go ahead and declare war on these guys to take Trondelag. Norland will join because they are our vassal. They only have 3,000 troops. None of our other allies are joined, which shouldn't really matter. They don't have any other allies. So let's go ahead and confirm it. Our first war. Their only fort appears to be down here. And we know that their army is in this area somewhere. Oh. Before we get too much further, let's go ahead and Get ourselves a leader. Actually, let's take a look at the estates. They have 85% influence already? Yikes. So if I grant a generalship, it will give them 20 influence. Which will basically be a giant problem. See, now, how do I lower an estate's influence? That's something I'm not entirely sure about. Looks like the estates already hold a bunch of areas. I mean, if I take it away from them... Which I need to remember where that is. There. If we revoke Perm from the nobility, so decrease their loyalty and percentage of land, influence will not change due to province influence remaining over 50% cap. And I'll give unrest. Okay. So that actually won't help me much. Alright then. We're just going to have to roll the generals normally. Recruit a general. One, two, three, one. Fire, I don't think matters at all at this point. Shock. Okay. It could have been worse. I mean, I think at this point, fire pips are pretty much wasted because we don't have any units that have fire. If I look at our military, Bardiche infantry, in fact, they don't even have any shock. They have defensive morale. Okay. So... Oh, there actually is a fort here. Never mind. Did not notice that. Alright, for the time being, I'm going to keep this stack all together. We're not going to detach a siege force, not while their army is rolling around. We don't have any cannons, so we can't blow a hole in their walls. There's their army. I wonder if their army is going to come and try and engage. Västergotland declared war on Norway. Which Norway did they declare war on? Probably this one. They're probably taking advantage of the situation. Alright, our allies are over here sieging. We may need to be prepared to back them up. Good, they transferred it to us. It's most likely because they're a vassal. Now, another thing that I'm not entirely 100% on is how the math works in combat. Because I know there's random dice rolls and how that relates to things. Alright, Saxony has agreed to share their maps to the Baltic Sea. Okay. Urbanization. While only a small portion of our population live in the cities, the growing prosperity of the merchant guilds is attracting an increasing number of people from the countryside. Some cities are growing so quickly that existing problems in terms of sanitation and overcrowding have gone from troubling to catastrophic, according to the merchant guilds. The poor have taken up residence outside the city walls, where filthy suburbs have sprung up and disease thrives. The merchant guilds find the situation intolerable and are now requesting the state step in to provide help both in terms of resources and enforcement of rules outside of the walls. Only this way can this increasing urbanization actually lead to something good. Attempt to improve. We lose 174.82 ducats and increase base tax in a bunch of spots. That sounds, and the state gains 10 influence. Currently 23.2. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. A worthy endeavor to spend some money on. That army does not seem to know what it wants to do. Alright, siege is over. Got it. Actually, that's impassable terrain, is it not? Yeah, I don't think we can actually go there. Peace offer from Norway. What do you want? Sue for peace. Norway will cede Trondelag to the Bulgar Empire. Norway will be forced to give us 10% of their income each month. As war reparations for 10 years, they'll pay us 45 ducats. Result in 0.01 inflation. We suffer a base, 1.3 aggressive expansion. We'll only get a single county out of it? Nope. You know what I'm after? I'm after the whole thing. Friends in need. The Empress Consort of our illustrious empire Unsbike has recently brought us a request from her family, House Onagavan of Kiev. Apparently, this person, with no ruler title female, has been in trouble with diplomatic scandals lately, and she has asked us, her most trusted friends, if we can help in any way. Her letter is filled with compliments on our international reputation and well-mannered representatives. A couple of our most talented diplomats will be sent to aid them. Kiev's opinion is increased by 75. For 25 Diplo. Yeah, we can spare 25 Diplo. Alright, I'd like to find their army, engage it, and destroy it. That's kind of what I'm after right now. The Renaissance. Oh, I haven't even looked at the institutions yet. Since the 14th century, the wealthy and powerful in the Italian city-states have been patronizing artists and scholars willing to explore the old Roman and Greek societies of their forefathers. As a cultural movement, the Renaissance already encompasses most of the region and has a profound impact on literature, art, philosophy, and music. Humanist scholars are also analyzing the society in which they live, comparing it to the ideas of the classical philosophers. At the turn of 1450, Renaissance humanism has grown into a more mature movement ready to permeate all aspects of society. A new ideal for rulers as well as those who are ruled is spreading as quickly as the early printers can distribute copies of these new ideas. A true Renaissance humanist is an expert on everything from politics and philosophy to art, textual analysis, music, and architecture. The Renaissance is now ready to reshape the world to better fit its classical ideas. Countries that have not yet fully embraced the Renaissance institution will receive an increasing technology cost penalty of 1% per year. Okay. Do we... do we know, like... We haven't even embraced feudalism yet? How is that even possible? $14.87. We're getting plus 0.2 per month. I mean, I could basically spend a dev to buy it. I don't know if I want to burn that many points. Smugglers running rampant. People are finding lots of ways getting around paying taxes and fees on moving goods. It's cutting into our income, but stopping will cost quite a lot in the short term. Stop it. Oh, we're at war, so all of our forts are online. That's why. Our empire knows ways to close off some of the worst ways to exploit the system. Okay, we can do that. What happens if I were to, for example, raise war taxes? It would help. There's their army. France has started to influence a nation. Alright. What is their army doing and where is it going? No, they cannot even get that siege going. Oh, you're making another peace offer, are you? No, I already declined that same offer. Not happening. I don't care about people sharing maps. Alright. Each time a siege happens, a die is rolled. The roll is then added together with siege modifiers. Okay, so... we're looking for just high rolls, essentially. We have a -2 from fort level, but nothing else. And if we manage to breach their walls, we get a +3 bonus. And they are blockading one of my coastlines, like I care. We have no inflation. Poland has claimed Warsaw as their own. Well, that sort of makes sense. But good luck, Poland, if you want to do that. Oh, they basically docked up their ships. Oh, it looks like that they won their war with Norway and absorbed a bunch of their territory, which has actually affected the war score of my war. Västergötland is sending their troops home. Now, where is the Norwegian military? I want to fight them and destroy them. Oh, Västergötland is actually at war with this Norway. Right? Yes. That may be where the Norwegian military is. And unfortunately, that probably means that we aren't going to be able to get the whole thing. Oh, you're kidding me. Alright. Well, it looks like the game crashed. I'm not sure why, but that probably means this is a good place to go ahead and end the episode. I was hoping I was going to get through that war, but I guess not. Alright, I will get us back to where we were when we crashed, and then we'll continue next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.